Good morning once again, students. This is me again, Marnie M. Kuyag, ang Teacher M ng Mactan. And today's video, I'm going to teach you on how to solve problems involving quadratic equations. The concept of quadratic equations is illustrated in many real-life situations. Wala lang takabantay na sa adlaw-adlaw natong nag-enjoy diri sa kalibutan, we are already using the concept of quadratic equations na di ay. Problems that arise from this situation, such as those involving areas, work, profits, and many others, can be solved by applying the different mathematical concepts and principles previously studied, including quadratic equations and the different ways of solving them. Just like, for example, a rectangular table has an area of 27 square feet and a perimeter of 24 feet. What are the dimensions of the table? Kaya ang ato ang gipangita diri is the dimension of the table. Now, unsay pasabot ni dimension? Okay, dimension meaning the length and the width of that certain table. So, ato ang gipangita is ang iyang gitas-on ug ang iyang gibag-on. Now, for example, this is our rectangular table. Of course, it is a rectangle. Then ang ato ang gipangita is its length and ang iyang width. Now, before we will proceed to its solution, let's try to recall the formula ni area and the perimeter. Nanuman, because the area and perimeter is very necessary sa tuang pag-solve sa tuang problem. And it's because si area ug si perimeter maoy given sa tuang problem. So the formula ni area is length times width. And the perimeter is 2 length plus 2 width. Okay, now, let's try to take out or cancel 2 sa tuang perimeter. How are we going to cancel out? That is by dividing both sides by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. This one. 2 divided by 2 is 1. And another 2 divided by 2 is 1. Since na-cancel naman sila, so ang atong nabilin is perimeter over 2 equals length plus width. Now, try to look at the formula. Length times width and length plus W. Aside from nagamit tag L o W. Now, sa length times width, unsa ang ato ang gigamit nga operation? Yes, it's multiplication. How about L plus W? Obviously, addition. So now, since we use multiplication in area, we are going to see length time or see area will serve as our product of the roots. It's because nagamit ta og multiplication. Dayon si perimeter over 2 will serve as the sum of the roots. So if your problem is like this, if ang imuhang problem, ang given problem kay ang iyang given kay si area or this one, area o si perimeter, then you are going to follow this process. So si area mao'y magsilbi nga imong product of roots and si perimeter over 2 will serve as your sum of roots. Now let's proceed to its solution. So now, plus here will stand as the sum of the roots. Kay ganina, itong giingon nga sa sum of the roots will be the perimeter over 2. And the value of our perimeter is 24 over 2. 24 divided 2, obviously that's 12. And to recall, sa pag-rewrite ni given sum of product of roots, if you're going to rewrite it into its quadratic equation, we are going to change the sum of roots to its opposite sign. So, si positive, mahimo siyang negative. Next, for the product of roots, X here stands for the product of roots, is equal to the area, and our area is 20, our area is 27. So the sum of our roots is negative 12. That is from perimeter divided by 2, then its opposite. And the product of roots is 27. For our solution, so automatic ta magsuwat og x squared. Then si negative 12 will be the value of our b, and that will be the value of our linear term. That will be negative 12x, automatic x. Dayon, si 27 will be our constant term equals 0. Next. So since we are going to find the dimensions of the table, then we need to solve this one using any of the methods in solving for the roots. And sa ko, komportable ko mogamit o factoring. But you can use completing the square as well as the quadratic formula. Depende nimo kung unsay mas sayo nimo nga gamiton. And of course, dili ka pwede mogamit sa extracting square roots. Nga naman, because ang extracting square root again and again para lang na if ang imuhang given is only the quadratic term and the constant term. Kung wala ang linear term. But in this case, kumpleto man si value ni A, B, C, you cannot use extracting square root. So let us proceed. In factoring, of course, first step is you're going to write two sets of parentheses. Then you're going to factor out the quadratic term, and our quadratic term is x squared. And the factors of x squared are x times x, because x times x is x squared. Next, find two factors of 27. Okay, that's 9 and 3, pero dili ka pwede magpataka og answer. Kinahanglan ang kanang duha ka factor ni constant if you are going to add or if you are going to subtract, kinahanglan mo equal siya sa value ni B, which is negative 12. Okay, since positive 27 man, unya, diri si B is negative, we are going to use negative 9 and negative 3. Because negative 9 times negative 3, multiplying same sign will result to positive 27. And negative 9 minus 3, same sign, so we are going to add 9 plus 3 is 12, copy negative. So meaning, negative 9 o si negative 3 is the correct or are the correct factors ni equation. Afterwards, we are going to separate the two factors by using the zero product property. Separate and equate it to 0. Mo ni siya si x minus 9. And also, we also have x minus 3 equated to 0. Then afterwards, we're going to transpose negative 9 to the right side. So since we are going to transpose, again transposition, makaingon ta nga gitranspose na ang usa ka numero if nilabang siya sa equal sign. That is the shorter way of addition and subtraction property. So now, so si negative, na mo siyang positive, and we are also going to transpose negative 3, and it is positive 3. So therefore, the dimensions of the rectangular table are 9 feet. That 9 feet will be our length. Of course, ang length kay gitason man, so ang bigger number will be our length. And the width is 3 feet. Now, how are we going to check whether these two answers are correct? By using atong, since gibutan diri is the area is 27, so ang area, we are going to multiply the length and the width. Kinahanglan 27 ang answer. Okay, let's try. 9 times 3 is 27, so correct. Next, for this perimeter, we're just going to use this one. 2 length plus 2 width, di ba? Mauna siya. Our length is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. Then 3 times 2 is 6. 18 plus 6 is 24. So meaning 9 and 3 is the correct dimension of the rectangular table. Next example. Mang Pedro owned a rectangular lot. The perimeter of the lot is 90 meters and its area is 450 square meters. What are the dimensions of the rectangular lot? For example, again, this is a rectangular lot. Ang gipangita is or are the dimensions so nangita na sad ta sa length ug sa width. Okay, now, are given the sum of the roots. Again, ang sum of the roots nato is the perimeter over 2 and our perimeter is 90 over 2. 90 divided by 2 is 45 and its opposite is negative 45. And the product of roots will be the value of our area, which is 450. For our solution, automatic, so what x squared? Your negative 45x will be your linear term. Your area, which is 450, will serve as your constant. Okay, next, magamit gihapon ko og factoring. The factors of x squared, obviously, that's x and x. By the way, it's not necessary that you're going to use the variable x. You can also use a, b, c, or bisag unsa kung unsay gusto ninyo nga gamiton sa variable. Okay, then the factors of 450 in which if i-add siya or i-minus siya equal to negative 45 are negative 15 and negative 30 because negative 15 times negative 30, that's 450. And negative 15 minus 30 is negative 45. The next step, we're going to use the zero product property by separating the two factors and equate it to 0. The first factor is x minus 15 equated to 0. And the other factor is x minus 30 and equate it to 0. Afterwards, you are going to transpose negative 15 to the right side. That's why it becomes positive 15. And this negative 30 to the other side, and that is 30. Therefore, the dimensions of the rectangular lot are 30 feet, which is our length, and 15 feet, which is our width. So that's it. I hope you learned something from our tutorial today. If you have questions, you can just comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe our channel and hit the notification for more video updates. This is me again, Marnie M. Kuyag, ang Teacher M ng Mactan. Have a great day. Bye!